In the next video, we saw TDS rates which are related to agent section. And so in this video, we will see the TDS rates which are related to NR segment. And most of the students face difficulties in their DT final preparations in this particular chapter. So I have made a chart which will make it very easier for you to memorize all the sections. So the first section is section 194 LBA, which talks about TDS or dividend by business trust to non-resident unit holders. So in this particular section, what happens is that uh, whenever dividend is paid by a business trust to a non-resident unit holder, TDS is required to be deducted by the business trust at the rate of 10%. 10%, yes, 10% is the rate for this particular section. And let me show you that section. I have created this chart. I have mentioned section, topic, payer, pay, which will make it very easier for you to memorize all the sections. So let me show you first particular section. Yes, payer is the business trust, pay is the non-resident unit holder, and the rate is in this particular section is 10%. Okay. Then the next particular section is section 194E, which is the section which you will find in your TDS chapter. And if any payment is made to a non-resident sport person, sport assistant, or any entertainer, then TDS is required to be deducted at the rate of 20.80% in this particular section. And if you now look at this the rate 20.80%. 20% is the rate and 4% health and education says. When you will add, you will get 20.80%. Some important pointers related to the section is that whenever that particular sport person must participate in any game, must perform, they must advertise for any particular brand, or he should contribute to any articles. But that article, newspaper, journal, but that journal should be related to the sports or games in India. Or non-resident sports association must be receiving any guarantee commission on the which is received by the non-resident sports association. Section 195, if any sum is paid to a non-resident foreign company, then TDS is required to be deducted under section 195, and the TDS is required to be deducted at rate in force or DTAA, whichever is lower. Yes, so this was section 195, and now we will look at the next section. That is some important points. First, we will look that if any persons means any persons. So even if you do not have any business in India, then also you are liable to deduct TDS under this section 195. Okay, and any sum which is paid for bringing the overseas agent to pay to the overseas agent bringing the artist to India is not liable to deduct TDS under this particular section. And okay, so next particular section is, let us look at the next particular section. Yes, 196 section. It is the section which talks about the non-applicability of the TDS. So TDS is not applicable if any sum is paid to any government, RBI, statutory corporation, mutual fund, or any national pension trust. In this case, no TDS is liable to be deducted. Next section is section 194 LB. It is very important section from the exam point of view. The TDS is required to be deducted if any interest is paid by infrastructure debt fund to a non-resident unit holder, to a non-resident, and the TDS is liable to be deducted at the rate of 5% per annum. Now section 194 LC, in this case, if any interest is paid by Indian company or a business trust to a non-resident for loan agreement and long-term bonds which are issued between 1/7/12 to 30 June 2023, or rupee denominated bond which are issued till 30 June 2023, then TDS is required to be deducted under section 194 LC at the rate of 5%. Yes, the rate is 5% for this section as well, and the payer will be Indian company or business trust or to a non-resident unit holder. In section 194 LBA, TDS, this is different from the previous section. In this case, TDS is required to be deducted when interest is paid by the business trust to the non-resident unit holder at the rate of 5%. Yes, so TDS is rate gets same in these three particular sections, 5%, 5%, 5%. So let me memorize you and summarize you all the sections that we have studied today. So 5% rate is there in three particular section, 194 LB, ठीक है, 194 LBA and 194 LBC. तीनों के केस में the rate is 5%. And कहते हैं for the other sections are, then we get the TDS on dividend के केस में कहते हैं the TDS rate is 10% when it is paid by business to non-resident holder, and non-business 4% और entertainer के केस में 20.80%, and section 195 के केस में rating force or DTW whichever is lower. So this is the chart that I created during my CA final preparation. I also created chart for the other chapters as well, which we will be studying in next particular videos. And if you look at my Excel sheet, I have created one TDS sheet. I've also created NR tax rate sheet. I've also created advanced tax sheet. I've also created TCS sheet. So all these sheets will be very helpful for you for your CA final preparation. And if you need this particular kind of sheets, you can get a comment in the comment section, and I will share it with you. And after this section, two segments are left in the TDS series. After that, we will move to our TCS rates. We will memorize TCS rates next one, and then we will move to other chapters as well. So if you are liking these videos, if you are liking my error logs that I created, you can subscribe to my channel. You can share to your peer groups who are also preparing for the CA final preparations. You can also if you want this Excel sheet, you can comment down in my comment section. So thank you guys for this.